Hi everyone, this is Trisha with Love and Grace Letters at Home, where I share cleaning, crafting, and creating videos. And today I'm sharing something that I need to work on, and I wanted to just share with you guys while I'm working on it. It's something I use throughout my whole life for all kinds of purposes, and I'm sure y'all have heard of it as bullet journaling. And I use it for work mostly, and that's what I'm going to be working on, is creating a new bullet journal for my office. And but I wanted to go through some of my old journals and just show you all. And sorry, I'm going to reach for a moment. Had to, oops, just drop one, so sorry about that. I just wanted to go through a few of these just to show you how valuable they can be. Actually, let me find the oldest one. This is a journal that I've had since '97, and I've used that for Bible journaling, prayer requests, reminders, all kinds of things, mainly prayer requests and journaling for my Bible studies, because I didn't really start bullet journaling until around probably 2015 or 2016. So most of these are just different, like typical journals. This is from Mother's Day 2005. Not sure how well y'all can see that. That one, I got this one from 2011, and it's a little prayer journal I use. This one is also from 2011, and I used it for a class I was taking and for some other projects. And these were a couple of different things. I actually had made them for gifts, but they're just these little bitty, I would say legal pads, but obviously they're not legal size, that I decorated, and I use those for shopping lists. But I just used it with scrap paper. I actually designed and printed that. Actually, no, I did not. I don't want to lie, because I got that off the internet and I used it because it matched the theme for what I was doing. And here's another one, and you can tell that one's well loved. I've either messed it, I think I may have messed that one up, because there's definitely one like that that I was using, but that's not it. This is probably the first little spiral notebook that I used and made and started doing, and I hadn't done them in a long time, because this one, I don't know if I have dates on these, because I started it obviously for a shopping list for my grocery shopping and meal planning, and I used my Cricut cutter to cut out the letters. I think that was a cartridge that came with it, and then I just made a little thing, and I put Mod Podge on it. It's actually held up. I kept these in storage, and I don't know if y'all do KonMari, but I did that a couple of years ago, and I had asked the community I was on if I should purge my journals, because I had so many of them, and they were like, you'll regret it if you do. So I kept them. Here's another one that I use. I do a lot of photo things for different people and for my family, and because of school, I was kind of out of the photo editing, and I wanted a particular style, so I had made this for some notes, and then I used washi tape to try to coordinate with different things that I wanted to go back and remember. And then this is the family. I was keeping notes, and I do that when I'm doing a photo session. I'll keep a log of all the different shots and from their session. That's a tongue twister there. And then keep it up so I don't have a bunch of the same pictures. Well, that was a quick look at some of my other journals. This one is what I use for my daily bullet journal. I've had it for a little while. I got it from Michael's, and the elastic piece broke off. It was only $5, but it's nice for for what I use it for. And I've created a few printables that if you're interested, I can share them from my blog if that's something you guys would like to have. These are the markers that I use for my daily journal. They're the Staedtler Tripless Fine Liner, and they work great. They have a lot of colors, and they do ghost and bleed through just a little bit, but for my work journals that I'm sharing and on this video, they work pretty good because I just use one page and I don't use double-sided. So anyway, what I'm going to do today, this is the notebook, the spiral. Let me move those out of the way. The spiral that I'm going to be redoing, and I get these with back to school. I buy a ton of them because they're usually, I don't think I've ever paid over 25 cents for one of these, but I like the wide rule because I write big, and I use them for, like I said, day-to-day stuff at home. Not necessarily my bullet journal at home, but like I'm in school still, so I use that for my notes where I take in my classes, and then for work I keep track of meetings. I keep a to-do list of things, so I keep everything organized. So today I was just going to show you that, and I'm sure you probably all have seen something like this, but this is just an old set of scrapbook paper that I've used. I keep it. That's actually the back of it. It may be from another kit, but this is from K&C Company, and it's two. Well, I just wanted to let you guys know that this video has kind of been a pain, and I want to sincerely apologize for piecing it together. The first thing happened was my phone was full. I went to record. I had recorded prepping it and actually shared that on my Instagram. And then so that didn't work. Then I got my camera out. Well, then my tripod would not hold my camera, so I had to figure that up. And then both of my camera cards were full, and so I couldn't finish it there. So I lost the footage of me measuring the paper. So all you really missed was me measuring it and cutting it. And then, so that's kind of where I start off here, and then I'm decorating the front. And what I usually do is try to find some coordinating paper, but since this was the same kit, I just use the other side of what I trimmed off, which is really great because you can save your paper. And then they usually coordinate. And this one was kind of busy compared to the pattern on the front, but it's going to be covered with my title that I use, so it kind of doesn't really stick out here. What I probably would normally do if I were really trying to make this really pretty is put a plain color, a neutral color behind that pattern paper and layer it that way, so it would just kind of pop a little bit more. But for what I'm using this for, I just really want it to look nice, and that's mainly what I'm doing. It's not really, I'm not sharing it with anyone, so I just want it to look cute. And I apologize for the different angles there. It's me just trying to get it where y'all can see me lettering. And I use the Crayola markers. They work great, especially if you're beginning at hand lettering. They work great, and they're very reasonably priced, and you get a lot of colors, and so that's why I really like those. So anyway, I'm just putting something simple on the front. I'm just gonna write my name, and then you can blend these really well too. I think you may see me in a second where I kind of blend them. I use the same color just so it kind of gives it a little highlight at the top. And then what I'm doing now is trying to find an accent color, and I end up going, instead of using another thick marker, I use the Staedtler, the fine liners, to write like my the next thing which I write is just to-do list or something like that. I put daily to-dos, just something fun. And then I just try to get a coordinating color, which I think the browns would look really pretty, or kind of an olive green, but I didn't really want it to look Christmassy, so I was kind of why I went with the browns on this particular book. Pop off the page a little bit. I usually will take my stamp ink and just kind of ink the edges of that cardstock, the white cardstock, with a color that coordinates, but I didn't really want to do that tonight, so I just took the same marker and did some faux stitching. And this, the way I'm doing it is just turning it so I'm pulling down, and it helps to kind of keep it a little bit more straight, because when I write up I tend to have an angle, like I'm curving, and so when I move the paper down it goes a little bit more straight. And of course it's not perfect, but it does help it to not have the curve on the little lines that I'm doing, or the little dashes that I'm drawing. Since I lost the footage of me putting the cover on, I wanted to explain that I put washi tape down near the spiral to kind of cover up and give it a little more support. I try to find something that coordinates a little bit better, but that one looked okay. And actually I still kind of like it, but I ended up covering it with some gold and white over the top, which really looks cute. And then I just use Elmer's spray glue to put the cover down. And then I use the spray adhesive for the front accent pieces as well. And then I had some lettering inside the cover, so I just used the extra trim to cover that, so I can use that space for stuff that I write on the inside of my covers, which are usually phone numbers and maybe my password for something I don't use very often that I need to remember, anything like that that's just something I don't want to have to go back and look up. Then once I get it really set up, I start numbering all the pages. I usually just do one side, and I do an index, and then I'll do a monthly calendar, like a month at a glance, and then I usually just do a daily, I guess I do my meetings if I have a lot of meetings that day, so I can have a little place to take notes and write down anything I need to take away. And then I do stuff that I really need to follow up on that I may not get done, or just to kind of organize my day. So it's really helpful. So when I'm putting in my monthly at a glance page, I'll write the numbers, and then on the opposite side of the margin I write the days, and I just do it really quickly. I know I could probably really take my time and make it look pretty, but for this I just do it really quickly to get it done. And then I use some washi tape and try to mark off the border, and then I'll do that on my pages too, just so it's something nice. And because even though it's for work, it's still something that I want to look back on and reflect on, and it doesn't take very long. But here I always do this on my monthly pages. I say monthly, it's a month at a glance. I do a quote, and then it just really helps me to stay focused at the beginning of the month. And this particular month, my son will be graduating at the end of the month, so I'm taking my phone and looking up a quote to use to one, keep me motivated for work, and then two, to remember what he's going through finishing up his high school career. And as I was looking at that, I got a little choked up, but I found this quote on Google, and it doesn't really give me the author of who it was, so and since I'm not sharing it anywhere, I didn't really go look up who said it, and I actually put it there on my phone so you can see it. But so I'm gonna film myself lettering that, and then all this really doing this video for y'all has really reminded me how far I've gotten away from my lettering practice. I do letter during the day and in my bullet journal, but I used to do this daily, and it was such a therapeutic thing for me, because It just helped me to slow down. And as you can tell on my videos, I feel like I sound like I was running a marathon, but I wasn't. I was just stressed out. I had just gotten off work. I wanted to do this video. I wanted to have this new bullet journal to be organized through work. And then my phone messed up, my camera messed up, and then I had to redo my lighting, and then my tripod messed up. So it was just not a good experience. But in the end, it really was, because it just reminded me that I really just need to slow down and enjoy the days and enjoy the times, because they go by very, very fast. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate you stopping by my channel. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you like this. And thank you, and hope you have a wonderful day.